So welcome to Christmas Day. Isn't it absolutely wonderful to remember the Christ? And I think we all grew up with that spirit of Christmas. Christmas tree. In the Caribbean, we had no snow. You take cotton wool and put it on the tree. And we'd be invited by the neighbors, and they would cook all these special things, baking, and the drinks. Always special feeling for every community here in Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm sure across the world as well. The Christmas spirit is overwhelming. Why? Because of the loving and the giving and the sharing and the joy. We forgot all about the Master being born on that day. Only those who go to church remember and pray. But for a lot of us, we look for the gifts, for the drinks, for the food, and for making merry. But I congratulate you for being present today, that we could share the joy of the Christ Spirit. Those are the joys of Christmas, the simple joys. It is that makes the drinking nicer, and the eating, and the sharing, and the company. It's that loving, selfless, giving, and spirit of caring. How many people across the world today are suffering? Can you imagine? In all these warring countries. And how many innocent people are caught in it. And who's caring for them? You see, humanity and crises across the world. So where does it begin? In us. In us. He gave his life to bring the message of love to the world. And today, many people are crucified. Not only Jesus so long ago, but today we have good people who are trying to bring light to the world, and they too are crucified. So that darkness continues till this day. But it is we who will make the difference. If each of us manifests that Christ's love in our lives and stay together, he said, where two or more of you are gathered in my name, there I am in your midst. When we gather together, two or more, bring that whole social principle, that whole social consciousness of togetherness. He says, there I am in your midst. And he wasn't speaking from a human. He was speaking about the Christ Spirit. That the Christ Spirit is in your midst. So as we are gathered here today, that same Spirit is with us today. There I am in your midst. I absolutely love his wisdom. When the Roman governor, Pilate, said to him, don't you know I have the power to crucify you or to free you? He said, you wouldn't have that power if the Lord above didn't give you that power. Pilate immediately became contemplative. And he decided to wash his hands off this because he knew that what Jesus was saying was correct, that the power is granted from above. So he wanted to wash his hands off it. And when the lawmaker asked Jesus, trying to show that he is against the government of the day, Master, should we pay taxes? My God, the wisdom is profound. Bring me a coin. A coin was brought. Whose face do you see on this coin? Caesar's face, Master. Render to Caesar's what is Caesar's, and to God what is God's. Yeah. Who made the coin? Who's fighting over the coin? Give the coin where it's due, but to God. Give God his, her, their due. So profound. And for those of you who study chakras with me, he said, in my Father's house, there are many mansions, many levels. I go to prepare a place for you. So that means he's still working in the heavenly planes, touching our lives. He's in the lokas. And he urged us, be perfect even as your Father in heaven is perfect. Created a model, gave us a model to be perfect. So when you look at the Passion of the Christ, the days before his crucifixion, you see that. You see that firm spiritual consciousness. He carried his own cross. He was beaten severely, and he took all of it without a curse. And then in the end, he had the power to say, Father, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing, but they know not what they do. What power? What power? Can you do that? Can you forgive your enemies? When he was asked, Master, how many times should we forgive? Do you remember the wisdom? 70 times 7. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. Always. He was metaphorically saying. Always. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall experience God. When will our heart become pure? When we will remove those subtle strains of selfishness. I remember when I was a little boy, I wanted to grab everything that was good out and show that the sweets, the dessert, everything else, I wanted to hold on to what is best. Or the best fruit, or the best, whatever it is. And it was a challenge to give. I would always give the one that was not the best. I had that trait, and I saw it in me. And I changed it, deliberately changed it. No, I have to give the best one to the other, and I can take the rest. Even sometimes when I conducted workshops and I felt people were warm and uncomfortable and the fan is by me, I said, no, turn the fan this way. My heart is always a selfless heart. And I've learned to do that. Even though I see so much selfishness around me, I will never be caught in that. Because I want to be established in that same spirit as the Christ. Always, despite temptations of the human world. Can you remember how he was tempted when he first got initiated by John the Baptist? 40 days in the desert. Having to fight all the human instincts that were in his body. And every subtle desire that might have been inside of him, being born in a human world. It was metaphorically shown as the devil tempting him, but it was the Kundalini energy testing him, that the master quality will come out of him. And he denied every temptation. Push it away. No, I don't want riches, I don't want fame, I don't want any of this. He was firm in what he wanted after his initiation. And that 40-day experience, he became the Christ. He fully embodied the spirit of the divine. And he lived it fully. What a great, great, great master. Today we celebrate his birth, the Advent, and we do so joyfully. In the spirit of selflessness, forgiveness, wisdom, and goodness. Let's really give. Let's really forgive. Let's be selfless. Let's be like the Christ. Let's be like the Christ. All right, join me as we sing, "It is no longer my ego that lives now, but the Christ that liveth in me." Shall we? It is no longer I who live now, but the Christ that liveth in me. It is no longer I who live now, but the Christ that liveth in me. Yeah, sing it like you feel it. Don't sing it like a song or a hymn. No. Express that feeling within you. It is no longer I who live now, but the Christ that liveth in me. It is no longer I who live now, but the Christ that liveth in me. In me, the Christ is alive. In me. The Christ is alive in me. In me, the Christ is alive in me. The Christ is alive in me. In me. In me. The Christ is alive in me. The Christ is alive in me. In me. The Christ is alive in me. It is no longer I who live now, but the Christ that liveth in me. The Christ is alive in me. No longer I who live now, but the Christ that liveth in me. That liveth in me. Thank you, everyone. And shall we sing? We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy. Good tidings to you wherever you are. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings wherever you are. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And a Happy New Year. And a Happy. All right, so our prayer of togetherness. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavadhi Tamastu Ma Vidvisha Vahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May we be protected together. May we be nourished together. May we achieve strength together. May our knowledge be full of light. May we remain united beyond differences. Om. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you, everyone. It's been a marvelous morning. Let's continue to enjoy it in the spirit of Christmas. Namaskar. Have a blessed day. Om Shri Yesu Bhagavate Namaha.